Hi, this is Chris Bosch, and you're listening to Animal House Radio with Aaron and Dr. Mike.
The Wagway.
The Wagway. Wagway.com.
So if I want to sign up my dog and make him dress up as a radio star named Aaron Thomas, I could do that?
Absolutely. It's like you got to get you and your dog out to Whistler.
Yeah, well, of course, that's easy. I own a jet. We'll just fly him out. And then, okay, so we'll audition, and we're putting the fiction right now, so I'll win, right? The Wagway.
Oh, well, sure. We can put in a good word for you, I'm sure.
Okay, because I want to win these things. So where do all the proceeds go?
Well, WAG has they have a spay-neuter program. They also have a program where they go into First Nations communities and assist with educating the public there, and also helping with the welfare of the animals. Oftentimes there are a lot of stray dogs around, and they help with the spaying and the neutering and ensuring that they're vet checked and have up-to-date needles and disease control, all that type of thing. And they've got a great education program at the same time. So it's a great organization. It helps animals and people.
Amazing. Jody, how can everybody get in touch with you, because we got to go to a break?
Well, they can get in touch with me. They can go to my website. It's petsandanimals.ca.
Petsandanimals.ca. And we're going to be hearing from you in a couple of weeks on Jody to the Rescue once again, okay? And you can check www.animalhouseradio.com for Jody's new blog and new section of Jody to the Rescue, which should be hitting online sometime next week or in a week and a half. And you'll have all your tidbits up there, which is going to be really interesting.
You have a great Friday night, Aaron.
You too, Jody. Have fun this weekend.
All right, will do.
Take care of yourself, Jody.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Chris Bosch, and this is tonight's top sign that your dog is overweight.
Yeah, baby. Tonight's top sign that your dog is overweight is brought to you by ismydogoverweight.ca. www.ismydogoverweight.ca. Tonight's top sign that your dog is overweight: when your dog sees his own leash and then falls asleep. You know your dog is overweight when he doesn't even want to walk. And he's in perfect health. Gonna go to break. Show is brought to you by ismydogoverweight.ca and Hills Pet Nutrition, the makers of Science Diet, Prescription Diet Pet Food. Be back in a couple minutes with Chip Coffee! Back on Animal House Radio, brought to you by Hills and ismydogoverweight.ca. 416-785-0680 is the phone number. www.animalhouseradio.com. One of my favorite guests to join the show, as always. He's been on this a second appearance on the program. The best, the icon himself, the man who makes everything make sense to me. He just says it the way it is. I love him. Chip Coffee. How's it going, Chip?
Thomas, hello. How are you?
I am doing well. Then I'm talking to you, brother.
I'm doing well when I'm talking to you, too.
Oh, we're all doing well. This is great.
We're doing well.
Yeah. How's the weather there? I heard some stuff came down.
Actually, it's not too bad. Today was, we can keep the back door open kind of.
Ah, nice.
So, kind of nice. It's a little chilly this evening, so, I don't know that spring has completely sprung yet, but we're getting close.
Tell that to Tom Brown, local weatherman who was just on the program, said, spring is officially here, at least maybe in Toronto. And I know you're going to be an hour away. You're going to be in Buffalo on April the 4th. I'm just reading about this, and we're all excited here because we want to come down. We're going to cross the border because Buffalo's only way from Toronto. And we want to come see you on April the 4th. Tell me about this event, because I'm excited now.
I'm doing an event called the Coffee Talk event. It's events that I'm doing at various locations around the country. The event starts out with me doing some talking about growing up as a psychic child and how that evolved, and talking to dead people as I do. My work on paranormal state, my work on psychic kids, and then we take a little break. Everybody has a chance to get a beverage, a coffee, a dessert. And then we go back in and I do spot readings for some of the people in the audience, so they get a chance to get a little mini reading from me as well during the event.
Oh, wow. And do any of your pets come with you? Are they going to be coming with you at all?
I really wish, leaving them is one of the hardships of going away from home. I love to travel, but it's always sweet to come home and get my love from my kids.
Yeah, that feeling when you come home, when you haven't seen them in a few weeks, and then you just come home and they are just ecstatic to see you.
Well, since I talked to you the last time, we had a little bit of a scare, Aaron.
Oh, tell me, what happened?
My chocolate lab Molly developed a cancer on her paw.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear.
But it's a happy story.
Let
me share this with you if I can.
Please.
We caught it in quick time. We went in and they did all the x-rays, all the sonograms and everything. It had not spread anywhere else.
Oh, thank God.
She had surgery and then 22 not very happy radiation treatments on her foot. But like a champ, she has completely come back. She's, as they can tell right now, cancer-free.
Amazing.
And so it's just one of those amazing stories. And the other day when I was getting ready to leave, here's the type of love I have for my dogs. When she couldn't make it upstairs, and I'll cry when I say this, I moved my bed downstairs so that I could sleep with my girl.
Aw, Chip, that's an amazing thing to say. You should be happy, and people in the world should be happy. I mean, that's fantastic.
And then the other day, let me tell you what. I sneaked upstairs to take a shower because my cousin usually keeps her downstairs, and he was out, and I needed to get ready to go someplace.
Yeah.
And I turned around, and lo and behold, she had come upstairs with me. And I looked at her, and I said, "What are you doing up here?" Because I hadn't expected her to be able to get upstairs because she had just started walking on 4 feet again. And she looked at me and climbed up on our bed, as she always did, and I started to cry like a baby.
Oh.
And I just grabbed her and hugged her, and I said, "I am so happy you're all right." And we just snuggled and hugged for a while, but she's doing great.
Oh, that's good. No, I'm very happy to hear that she's doing good. And you know what? I want to read you, because tonight's show we're talking about, rescue animals. We're talking about shelters. We're talking about the whole process of adopting an animal at a shelter or at a humane society rather than going to a pet store or to a breeder. I just want to read some facts over. Just we've got a huge worldwide audience right now. I want to read some facts over. In the U.S., taxpayers pay an estimated $2 billion each year to round up and house and euthanize homeless animals.
Yikes.
$2 billion a year. Once again, I'll repeat this again, over 56% of all dogs and puppies entered into shelters in 2007, 2008 were euthanized.
Wow.
56%, but the economy the way it is now, they're forecasting that's going to go up to 66%. 5 million cats and dogs are euthanized in shelters each year. That's one about every 6.5 seconds.
Tell me that number again.
5 million cats and dogs are euthanized in shelters each year in the United States. That's about one in every 6.5 seconds.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And here's the one that stunned me. This is, and I got this research today, courtesy of our good intern here, Adriana. Each day, 10,000 humans in the United States are born. Each day, 70,000 puppies and kittens are born. Think about that for 1 second. As long as these rates continue, there's never going to be home for enough of these animals.
Spay and neuter your animals.
You have to. Think about that. 10,000 people in the U.S. are born every day. 70,000 puppies and cats are born, and kittens are born every day. How those numbers they don't work out. In the United States, the number of cats and dogs entered into shelters each year is 10 million. The number of cats and dogs put down each year in shelters, 5 million. The number of cats and dogs adopted from shelters is about 3 to 5 million, which is still a good number. We want to raise that number up.
We do want to raise that number up.
And these are things, once again, we have Bob Barker on the show all the time. We need to preach, you got to have your animal spay or neuter. With statistics like this, for 70,000 kittens and only 10,000 people, there's something that has to be done, and something has to be done. This is it's becoming a problem. It's becoming an epidemic.
It already is one.
Well, it's going to be even a worse epidemic, especially with the economy the way it is right now. I mean, I was reading an article before. People just can't afford to take care of their animals. They're bringing them to the shelters. But what's happening is now the shelters have an influx of animals. So what happens is people aren't even adopting anymore because they just don't have the money. So we got a big problem now.
We do have a big problem. One of the things that I'm hoping to do, and it's definitely on the agenda, that my good friend and publicist Greta and I have been talking about because of Molly in tribute to my dog, even though she's still with us. Yep. We're thinking about doing a fund called the Unsinkable Molly Brown Fund, which is my dog's name, and asking people to donate to that fund, having it be, a sort of a clearinghouse for where people who do not have the money if their dogs need medical care, or giving money to animal shelters, or maybe giving a scholarship to a promising young person who wants to go into veterinary science. So we're thinking about starting some sort of foundation in honor of my Molly.
That's amazing. We just have people in the background over here in our studio saying, wow, and everybody's giving you a thumbs up for that. That's a great initiative to do something like that.
We're looking at doing that, and, there's a lot of animal lovers in the world. Yeah. One of the things that I did recently, there was a little puppy who had been severely abused on one of the shoots for Paranormal State, and he broke my heart, and I just couldn't take him, but I made it my goal to find someone who would. And a lady flew from Baltimore, Maryland to meet her daughter in Louisville, Kentucky, and drove 5 hours to pick Shadow up, took him home, and she said he's gained 25 pounds, he was starved to death, gained 25 pounds since she's got him, but I rescued a baby from pretty horrible, sad circumstances on one of the cases that we were on.
Oh, that's horrible.
So I love my fur kids.
Yeah.